What's going on, everybody? Here we are at Carolina Bully Farms, and we've changed the way we feed our puppies a little bit, and we thought we'd do it like an updated version. So what we do now is we take puppy chow, we fill it up. We put as much as the bowl will hold because we free feed them. It stays in front of them all the time, so there's no need in trying to measure out a certain amount.
We actually, we're just doing one for the video, but we're going to make them up a second bowl after this video because they are eating so much. Little puppies eat a lot of food. They go through about 4 of these size bowls a day. Yeah,
we make this about 4 times a day. And then we take the Ultra 24. We get it at Tractor Supply. I don't know where you can get it. It's awesome. It's a milk replacer, and it's for cattle, swine, dogs, cats, everything. But besides the milk, and it's a great milk replacer, but nothing can replace the mama's milk. So if they'll drink after mama, by all means. But what we use it for is a supplement.
This is for once they get off the mama.
Yeah, this is when they're off the mama.
Transition into this hard food here.
And we take and we give them 1 full scoop. You'll see that's not quite a full one, but I'll finish it off in a minute. It won't hold a full one. You can't get it in there. So I'll put in 1. And then I'll do that again. That together makes actually a little over a full scoop. And then I like to get hot water. Not boiling hot, just room temperature, as hot as your spigot will go. And the reason I use the hot water is it will mix the milk a whole lot better, and it will soak into the food and soften the food a lot better. And puppies at this age they need a ton of water, and they kick water over and get it nasty and everything else. So we add this, that way as long as they get their food, and that they're going to eat it. They get their water through that too, but we leave them water. It's just that they're pretty hard on the water we leave them. So it's good that this has plenty of water in it, because kibble alone, dogs will get no water through. This is like 80% dry. They're not gonna get any water through that. And I just fill this up. I don't really measure it. We've got a quart. What is this called? A quart jar?
Yeah.
A quart jar, and I get it. Put my full scoop in there, and then I just top it off with water, because it'll take that much to mix it really good. And then you got to mix this real good. If you don't, it's just going to be in clumps.
That milk is the worst stuff about mixing.
It is. It's really hard to mix. You got to stay accurate. I've mixed up quite a few, so I got pretty good at it. And the water being extremely hot will help a tremendous amount as well. So we get this really good mixed up. We did the whole thing. We didn't want to have nothing ready, so that way y'all would see every single thing we did. When we get done with this, it'll be ready to let it cool. You don't never want to give it to them with the water hot.
Plus, you want to let the food soften a little bit.
Yeah, and this will eat into the food, soften it up, and by then it'll be cool. So
also, if you're looking at the bowl we're using here, you can get these over the internet or just about anywhere. It just pushes all the food out to the sides so that, the puppies all gather around it, climb in it and everything. So it just keeps it all pushed out to the sides so they can eat it better.
I give them 1 full, and I refill it again with just water. And we'll give them this till they're, I don't know, 8, 9, even 10 weeks old, because it puts so much weight on them. And by now they're even, they can eat the solid food, but and drink water. But they like this even better, so they eat more of it, so it puts more weight on them.
And it's good for your pups to have weight on them. I know we get a lot of critics on our videos saying, You don't want to put weight on a puppy too fast. Well, there's dangers, just as much dangers, well, more dangers of a puppy being too skinny than there are a puppy being too fat. When a puppy's too fat, it's got plenty of fat to turn into muscle, plenty of nutrition there for its joints and bones and all to have plenty of nutrition to grow. When a puppy's too thin, sure, it's not going to have too much weight on its bones, but that's the only benefit. Everything else is a downside. It's not getting the nutrients it needs. Everything is just worse for it. It's just not as healthy. I mean, what do you think if it's your kid? Are you going to want it to be thin growing up? You think, oh, I don't want my kid to have bad joints. I mean, that's not even a true risk. I mean,
well, and two,
it is, but it's so small.
It is, and these dogs are different. They're gonna turn themselves into muscle. You know, bullies are just in general, they're not fat. If they get, now, these bullies locked in a crate all the time and never let out, yeah, they're fat. But if you're letting your dogs out 4 or 5 hours a day to run and play, they're going to turn it into muscle. And so what I like to do is when they're young, make them as fat as I can. That way they got a lot to work with when it comes time to turn it into muscle. Now we do this, and it looks like it's up around the edge. We can't even carry it or the milk would run out. But when it sits there a little bit and the milk soaks into the food, you can pick it up, carry it, or whatever you want to.
Right here, this is some dime.
We drizzle it over the top, just like this. Just extra calories. Especially in the wintertime, they burn off so many calories just because it's
cold.
So cold.
Which ours stay in a warm area, but they come outside to play. Yeah. Let's give them a shot of the dine there so they can see what to get.
That's dine. You have to order
it's the dine. There's a couple different kinds of dine. We get it on Amazon. It's the trophy. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, that's the kind we always end up getting and get the best deal on it. But it has it's got 1.9% protein, then it's got vitamin A, D, C. I mean, everything a bully needs. But on top of this, once this is softened and the water's cooled down, it's ready to take to them, we put 1 can of puppy canned dog food on top of it. Don't mix it in, we just set it on top. That gets them to eating. And, you know, makes them run to it and start wanting to eat it, that can does.
And anyone worrying they'll just eat that off the top and stop, I promise you, I go down to that little area 4 times a day and pick up an empty one of these.
Yeah, we don't have to clean them. They lick them clean. But also, that's why we add the dine and the milk. Now, if it's just kibble, once they eat the can off, sometimes they will stop. But also, when you want to get the puppy canned food with no gravy. If you get gravy, it will tear their stomach up. No questions asked. It's going to give them diarrhea.
It doesn't really matter what brand it is. Yeah. Just get the regular canned food puppy kind. If you get the adult kind, it messes their stomach up too. But this has been How to Make Puppy Food by Carolina Bully Farms, the updated version. Thanks, everybody. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more updates. And God bless.